Welcome to this PowerPoint on essay scaffolding. The PowerPoint has a particular focus on the 20-mark essays found in sections A and B of the OCR World of the Hero topic, but the contents can apply to any of the 20-mark essays in the OCR A-Level Classical Civilization H408 exam. And the essay title we're looking at today is "In Books 5 to 12 of the Odyssey, without the help of women and goddesses, Odysseus would never have returned to Ithaca. To what extent do you agree with this opinion?" Let us look first of all at the mark scheme. We see that there are two assessment objectives, with the marks equally weighted at 10 marks for each. In assessment objective 1, a possible 10 marks are awarded for knowledge of the set text. In essence, this means displaying the facts, details, and an understanding of the text, evidenced by a range of material chosen from the text. For the World of the Hero topic, the set text are the Iliad or Odyssey and the Aeneid. Quotations from the text are not necessary, but candidates should look to make close reference to the scenes, episodes, characters, and storyline. It is important to include a range of relevant material from across the text to support your answer. In assessment objective 2, a possible 10 marks are awarded for responding to your choice of A01 material by means of structure and evaluation. Remember that your response must relate to the question asked, and discussion of your A01 material should be relevant to the question, and your argument should include a range of analytical points. Finally, your response should be well structured and progress by means of a coherent argument to a logical conclusion. So how do I approach writing a 20-mark essay? Firstly, know your material. If, for example, the essay asks about Xenia, you'll need a deep and wide understanding of Xenia throughout the Odyssey, plus a number of examples. Similarly, if the essay asks about vengeance and morality, find a selection of examples from a range of books in the Odyssey. This particular essay question asks about Odysseus, women, and goddesses in books 5 to 12. You cannot start to write an essay without first ensuring your material has been prepared and sorted. Secondly, make an essay plan, which should begin with an introduction and follow logically through separate paragraphs to reach a conclusion. Thirdly, are you going to write thematically or chronologically? The choice is yours, though perhaps some essays lend themselves better to one or the other. Next, many 20-mark questions will ask for two sides of the argument and will give key phrases such as "to what extent" or "how far do you agree with this opinion." It is important to show examiners that you have acknowledged both sides of the question. Which side of the question you ultimately fall does not matter. There is going to be no right or wrong, but what examiners like to see is how well you have argued the question. Finally, between the introduction and the conclusion, there should be 3 or 4 paragraphs that will answer the question, refer to the text, and ultimately lead to a logical conclusion. So in books 5 to 12 of the Odyssey, without the help of women and goddesses, Odysseus would never have returned to Ithaca. To what extent do you agree with this opinion? Here is a template of an essay plan which you fill out with your own examples, assessment objective 1, taken from books 5 to 12, and then look to analyse and discuss assessment objective 2, the material you have chosen in the separate paragraphs, 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 paragraphs. Begin with an introduction, interpret the question, show the examiner what you understand the question to be and how you will be answering it. 3 or 4 paragraphs responding to that question, showing the material you have selected, analysing that material, which leads ultimately to your logical conclusion, which gives an answer to the question, and that conclusion only needs to be a single sentence. I would say a 20-mark essay should be about 2 sides of handwritten A4, certainly no more than 3 sides, and obviously the number of paragraphs that you write will depend on the length and the content of each paragraph. Thank you for listening.